Ladies
and gentlemen,
welcome to Half and Half. Sean, we don't have an intro yet.
Yeah, I didn't think we had an intro
No,
yet.
no.
Well, to make quick introductions, I'm Blue Shell Sean.
And I'm Wolverine, and we want to personally thank you for watching our very first episode.
Now, what is Half and Half, you ask? Well, I'll just give it to you a thumbnail. If it's a title or a franchise of a movie and a game, it's not safe from us.
Whether it be from our childhood or a new release, we're going to review the movie and the video game simultaneously.
And what a best way to start off a new show than by reviewing an old classic.
Scooby Doo and the Cyberchase. No, yeah, Cyberchase.
I'll be right back.
Well, I'm gonna go review this frickin' movie. Alright, well, while my brother tries to prepare a script at the last minute, let's dive right into Scooby Doo and the Cyberchase, the movie. Zoinks indeed. So we begin with Dr. Wily and his lab assistants working on their latest robot master when suddenly the computer haywires and the virus is spewed forth into our world. Okay, that doesn't happen, but trust me, you'll wish it did. Next, we see our favorite crime-solving gang heading over to see their friend Eric at university, one of the lab assistants we saw in the previous scene. You know, isn't it kind of a coincidence that Mystery Inc. is now coming into town just as a rabid monster computer virus is on the loose? But hey, this is the Scooby Doo canon. I mean, we're already forced into believing that an anthropomorphic dog is traveling with his never-aging masters in a green van across the country to solve out-of-the-ordinary mysteries.
That's fantastic.
It was. Until the laser beamed a monster into our world last night.
A monster?
So, in order to combat the monster, the team decides to, what else? Split up.
Hey, you guys, I didn't see how we were gonna split up. Like, do we ever do it any other way?
Okay, give the writers some credit for being insanely self-aware of the repetition of this series.
You'll pay for this.
So, what did you really expect to happen? Daphne, Velma, and Fred find the virus, they chase him away, and Shaggy and Scooby are in the cafeteria stuffing their faces. Oh no, I hope they don't cross paths.
Oh, hello, Mr. Phantom.
And now we segue to one of the major problems of this film. Let's see if you can watch these clips and figure what the problem is.
Where are you?
We need some help from you now. Come on, Scooby-Doo, I see you. Pretend you got a sliver.
Yeah, for a dangerous real-life living virus, he seems just as gullible as any other stupid Scooby-Doo villain. But hey, I want to give the writers some slack. This was 2001. Technology wasn't as good back then. So our villain sends the mystery gang to the video game world through the laser, and the first level is on the moon. At least they beat Spy Kids to it.
Maybe if we play along, we can find out who created this virus.
Right. Maybe we can find some clues.
Remember what Eric said? We need to find the box of Scooby Snacks.
Daphne. Velma speaking Daphne's voice. Yeah, this virus is affecting this movie more ways than one. Better watch out, this thing's contagious. So, in this game based around Mystery Incorporated, the main objective is to get the box of Scooby Snacks at the end of each level, and you'll advance to the next stage. The next level is at the Roman Colosseum. Wow, I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting the train robbery level on the next stage. They get their Scooby Snacks, and the next part of the game is in a dinosaur area. Am I watching Scooby-Doo or Putt-Putt travels through time? The virus is once again on their tails and totally wastes a live virtual T-Rex that could have killed them all in one fell swoop. Unfortunately. So now the gang has to retreat to a nearby cave and collect their thoughts. But wait!
Like if we don't get out of here soon, we're all going to be firewood.
What are you talking about, Shaggy?
Volcano.
Volcano?
Oh, great!
Ah, great, the volcano's... Honey, the volcano's dripping again. I'm gonna go plug it up. So, seeing as how they have to travel to the volcano to get the next box of Scooby Snacks, and no volcanic ash or lava hits any of our main characters, we're then transported to levels 4 through 9, via a horribly long montage with a soundtrack that could only come from the early 2000s. And finally, we're at the last level. Ugh. I could really use a half day right now.
A half and half day.
Excuse us, ma'am. We were wondering.
Surprise! The virus!
Welcome to the final level. You're in the major leagues now.
So they find the virus in Homeless Drag. Weird. And the game tries to hide when they suddenly run into... themselves?
Zoinks! You're me! And like, you're me!
And what purpose does this serve again? I mean, obviously this is a game about Scooby Doo and the gang, but was this completely necessary? I mean, do we really have to have 2 Mystery Inks? Might as well bring back some of the old villains from the 60s television series. No way. No way. I mean, wow! The Creeper, Gator Ghoul, the Tar Monster, Cat Thing, and Iron Face riding to the shore on 2 sharks, mind you. This is amazing. Please, I beg of you, please don't try to screw this up.
Let us show you how easy it is!
Oh, they're just as gullible as ever. Alright, okay, I can understand that some of these villains were eventually thwarted in real life, but there is absolutely no way that you can tell me that the old villains are just as dumb as ever in here. Oh, but they are. Just watch. The Creeper's suddenly photogenic, Bagheera is afraid of carousels, Slow as Molasses here turns into cotton candy, Iron Face is waxed up, and Gator Ghoul has a certain soft spot for deadly roller coasters. Sublime voice acting brought to you by the one and only Frank Welker. So the real life team takes care of the old villains, gets to the arcade, grabs the Scooby Snacks, and the virus suddenly dies? Yeah, isn't that a bit weird? I can understand the older villains dying in the game since Mystery Inc. just won, but how do they know that defeating the game would completely erase the Phantom? Oh right, I forgot, this was 2001 technology. My mistake. So the gang gets back to the real world, they find out Bill created the virus, and they arrest him.
The prize would have been all mine if it wasn't for
Us meddling kids.
I give up. Just go to Sean. Just go.
Alright guys, let's begin with Scooby Doo and the Cyberchase. Yes. Yeah. Scooby Doo and the Cyberchase. Yeah.
So at first glance, the main menu isn't anything great, but not terrible. It's the cover of the game with the theme in the background.
Which is a lot to say, seeing as the game has the actual theme song, but the movie doesn't.
Anyways, the game starts on an opening scene laying out the plot, because it is, in fact, different from the movie's plot. The basis is that the gang finally gets their own game, but the virus messes it up.
Well, virus? like that's it? That scary thing told Scoob and me that it was spreading a virus all over our game.
Let me see that, Velma. Seems like it's working again. There's a message in your inbox, Velma.
This opening is, well, unsettling and awkward in a sense, almost to a comedic sense. It has multiple lines that are cut.
But how are we going to capture the Phantom virus, Fred? Here, take this with you. We can use it to talk to one another. You guys can start there. I'll try to get the other doors to open.
And to top it off, just tell me if you can find what's just weird about this scene.
Who? Us? Us?
Come on, guys. We can't do this without your help.
Like, sure you can.
Would you do it for a Scooby snack?
No way. No way.
Would you do it for 2 Scooby snacks?
The cuts and silences between dialogue is awkward slow. I could have risked losing your attention in that one cut. Not to say that your attention is short or anything. Hey, the game's starting.
Saving your game is always a good idea when there's a Phantom virus around.
Okay, so all their funding for audio went to that opening scene. That's good. That's good.
At least it's better quality than our video.
Oh.
The selection room's alright. A nifty design, and you walk over the circles to go to the world you want. So, let's jump into the first level, Japan. First thing in the game, you get dialogue that you have to manually move along. But hey, it's the beginning instructional stuff, no harm. Well, controls are okay. It seems like the directions are pretty... What? Oh, sorry, I gotta take this.
Hey, Scooby, those Scooby snacks sure look good. Save some for me.
What a helpful Yes, okay, okay. Man, those are... Oh my goodness, really?
You know, you really don't need to tell the player something every 3 seconds.
Nope, not answering. Nope, can't hear you. If I didn't answer you the first few times, what makes you think I'm...
Huh.
Strange. Let's try that again. Maybe I was too far out. Nope, I can't make that jump. Wait.
These can be a little harder, Scoob. They may require some
Oh,
extra effort.
so anything I need to learn is going to come from these calls.
That'll give you the
Fantastic.
extra distance you need to get across.
So through 10,000 hints, you find out that the pies you collect are actually your weapon, which you use to...
Oh, cheese and crop!
That pastry delight just decimated that guard.
Hey, if pies can do that to you, I wonder what Nutella does to your system, eh?
Besides learning the ropes of the game, the first level is average, and all the enemies can be hit at an extremely far range. Some aren't even trying, like this tough cookie here.
He probably took his self-defense classes online.
Alright, level almost over. Just some goofy loof. Oh, good Lord in heaven!
Scooby Doo.
What's with the exiting victory theme? I guess we're going 1920s ragtime. We have no choice.
So after beating that, you simply unlock the next level in that area. Each area has 3 levels, and each third level has a boss. The area following is Rome, where we see Shaggy having his go at the game. It's here where you really see the controls' jumping flaws. You either jump too far, or you get cut short if you change directions in midair.
It's not as bad as it could be, but it's not good in the slightest. Now, the Rome boss is something I actually have to talk about.
It's not the difficulty or even the lack of detail, but something about fighting a lion in a coliseum with a 3-hit health bar while dodging ads.
Don't you think that's just a tiny bit Bandicoot, familiar? Sounds like the frogs from Castle Crashers.
This boss is decently amusing, at least. The skeletons throw spears, and the lion comes out, and you fight him until he gets tired, and once you throw one of your Destructo pies at him. Ha! Showed you, son! If that boss was mildly difficult, but I guess in terms of...
Doggone it!
Who does that? What?
Okay, so I beat him again, and we move on to the Arctic area. Not much to these areas, except, surprise, surprise, some parts are slippery. Oh, and it has a bobsled level! The Arctic boss is the virus riding a polar bear. You're Shaggy, dealing them pastry justice as best you can on this slippery platform. Look at Shaggy, simply trying to keep balance. He looks ridiculously chaotic. With his slipping cycle and the ice theme combined, my mind is suddenly teeming with references. The next set of levels on our tedious agenda are the dino levels. Oh, it's the dinosaur from Ape Escape! Oh, I see. Spike can get a free trip, but Scoobs can't?
I see how you play, Littlefoot. I see.
Alright, folks, we're at the boss for the dino level. What could it possibly be? Sheepman! Naturally, it's a T-Rex. This boss would be kind of fun if I didn't move as slow as I do in the selection room. Ugh, how am I supposed to dodge after that? Gosh! Oh, you have to jump to dodge the roar. The following area is city-themed, with skateboarding, guards, and special guest appearance from the Scout.
Hey, Knucklehead, you ain't gonna win.
The next area is Egypt, which can only be described like this.
The cycle of life and death continues. We will live. Scooby will die. The final levels are in a park, in which the only things to really bring to light are these trollopolts. God. Come on! Now we reach the final boss, in which the virus is attempting to enter the Matrix. Maybe he did enter the Matrix and acquire agent-like powers, cause this boss is ridiculous. Not in a sense that it's challenging, but in a sense that it's impossible. Like all the boss fights, you move molasses slow, except in this case, the Phantom Virus is wrecking shop on you at quick man speed. I finally beat him, but I still really don't know how. There isn't really any strategy involved when you're moving at pathetic miles an hour. And, in good taste, there's a closing scene to set us on our way.
You may have beaten my monsters, but this game is not over.
Oh, jeez.
That's what you think, Phantom Virus. Start bringing them down. Start bringing them down. You got them. Don't cross the street.
The virus is defeated, we get our obligatory group laugh at the end, and the game's over.
So there's the game, and overall...
Hey! What about me? Can I get my share of my opinion?
Oh yeah, please. Come in. Let go. Let go your pipe. Let go your pipe. So what did you think of the movie?
Okay. I mean, it's not unlike any other direct-to-video Scooby Doo release, but it was kind of cool seeing the old villains back. But remember, we were in the cyber world. You can do anything in the cyber world. Well, most everything. They really don't take advantage of the new opportunities that the cyber world and the internet have to offer. So, the cyber villains are just as gullible, laughable, and idiotic as the real-life or cartoon versions of their counterparts. The original game's okay. I mean, they're nothing special. And overall, besides the pretty good voice acting and the, as always, formulaic writing, this is a pretty good watch for kids, but it just hasn't worn off well.
Really?
No.
Huh. Well, game-wise, it's almost the opposite. As much as I bashed it, it was a little bit more than decent. I mean, yeah, besides the wonky controls and the mid-air jumps and the inevitable knockback deaths, you still got some variety from the game designs and the levels, and even the voice actors seem like they really tried. So, it more than balances it out. I would say at least give the game a try.
Well, that's it for this virus, but don't forget to like and comment on our video, as well as share and subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And most importantly, come back sometime for your healthy dose
Of Half and Half.
Scooby Doo, here are you. You're ready and you're willing. If we can count on you, Scooby Doo, I know we'll catch that villain.
Yeah.